we'd like to carry on now with the song. Before we do, we'd like to ask you if you'd join in with us.
Join in.
Join in. Just make a noise, okay? You do that?
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Okay, then.
Well, I'm Paul and I play the bass.
I'm George and I play a guitar.
I'm Ringo and I play the drums.
I'm John and I too play a guitar.
And I'm JD. Welcome back. Episode 3 of A Submarine That's Yellow. What a great Saturday morning today is. And I'm giving you guys some new content. So this week is not really about the Beatles, I'll admit. It's more about Wings. But you know what? They go hand in hand sometimes. So, the big Paul news this week is that his unreleased concert film from 1972, The Bruce McMouse Show, is hitting theaters. You guys are watching this on Saturday, so the next Monday, January 21st, it's going to be in theaters. So, I have the film from the Red Rose Speedway box set, and so what I did, me and JB from the last episode, we do a commentary track over the episode. It's really funny, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. But before we get into that, how about a little backstory on the film? It was a 1972 project directed by Barry Chaddington and produced by Roger Cherrell. All of the concert elements came from 4 shows off the Wings Over Europe tour in 1972. After seeing the initial concert edit, Paul loved the material captured, but thought it would be boring to just see the band in action for an hour. Are you Paul, really? Paul, you're the same mind that came up with Magical Mystery Tour, and you think a concert film would be okay. Besides the point, then he had the idea to conjoin 2 ideas, one that he had before the start of the tour, an animated concert film with mice. So, an animator by the name of Eric Wylam soon took Paul McCartney's original sketches and designed an entire mouse family for a film that he would intertwine with concert footage. Production went on until 1977, where the film was finally complete, and then it was never released because it was, quote, probably not up to McCartney's high standards, end quote. And it never saw the light of day. But that was until 2018, where the film was remixed and remastered to be released as part of the Paul McCartney Archive Collection Red Rose Speedway box set, you know. Let's just, going into it, okay, so if you guys haven't seen the film, I still think you guys will enjoy this commentary. If you haven't seen the film and you're gonna go see it in theaters, this is great, because there's not really any spoilers, but it's kind of just us laughing at it, and you can see what to expect. If you haven't seen the film yet, go pirate it. Wait, can I say that? Is that bad? Okay, I don't know. But whatever it is, even if you haven't seen it, I think you guys will still get a kick out of this commentary. But Paul fans, be aware, because me and JB, we kind of like dissect it a little too hard, and I get a little, we both get a little critical at times, so don't take it too seriously, and then I'll have my serious, composed review at the end of that. So this is a hilarious commentary track. Let's go. And now we're back in the great school library with JB, whose episode did so good last week. I was a little impressed by that.
Yeah, it's only because I was, something new, unlike you.
Yeah, okay. So, do you know about Paul McCartney and Wings? Are you familiar with that band at all?
I have no clue what that is.
Okay, let me set the stage a little bit. Paul McCartney leaves the Beatles. Beatles break up. Mm-hmm. He starts his own band with his wife and some friends. They're called Wings.
That's why I've probably never heard about it.
So this is one of their first big projects. Like, this is their project to say, hey, we're not the Beatles anymore. So Wings has been together about a year at this point. They did one album. It was called Wildlife. It was really bad, and nobody listened to it. And so here we go. This is the Bruce McMouse Show, unreleased from 1972.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Can we talk about his outfit for a second? Like, do you see all the colors?
Yeah, he looks like a quilt.
He looks like a Rubik's Cube.
Had been doing a few concerts to get tight and...
Look at the mullet, too. Can we appreciate the mullet?
You shut up. I'm trying to listen to this.
No,
this is a commentary.
Well, there we were in this little old town. Lovely place it was, actually.
Okay, so, storyline. Wings is doing a concert, and mice live under the stage, so they listen to the concert as it goes on. And then they like interact with Wings like once. This just smells like weed.
Yeah, I can just like feel the presence. What year did you say this was again?
72.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Can we talk about Paul's capris for a second? Just the white. They get a close up here in a second. This song is called Big Barn Bed.
Try to point them out to me.
That's Paul's wife, Linda. It's Paul. It's Paul McCartney. Have you ever heard of him?
No, I've never heard of Paul McCartney.
This is a up-and-coming artist, brand new. He's on SoundCloud. I'll see if I can get him on the podcast.
You can't see it right now, but I'm face palming through my head at this point.
One thing that I will say about the movie, though, is I really do like the song.
Not that bad.
So the song plays, they do the song, they rock out, cool. So they go under the stage. This is under the stage.
Little did we know it at the time, but underneath the stage, there was a whole different scene going on.
This is like making my autism worse.
We were booked at the old Alhambra. On the third spot. Those were the days, eh, Yvonne? Remember you? Longest legs and shoulders.
Mouse thick.
Oh man, Paul totally wrote this.
I start off with a girder.
Here we go again.
Look at the... They straight up gave him mice nipples. Hold on, everybody. Paul McCartney is here.
The fame from the world's
God.
No, Dad, the Paul McCartney Wings. Freddie McCartney's little
This is bad.
Look at the animation, like how they run back and forth. And then another song. Like, I know that scene. And they don't touch on him roadieing at all, like in this movie at all. Like, this is it. So then they just go through, I think there's like a few more animation things.
Oh. I don't understand it, Yvonne.
Oh man, if my daddy admits it.
Can we appreciate the voice acting, though?
Leaving a home of thee.
And my daddy.
Like, I can feel my brain cells individually committing suicide.
And then that whole scene that they had going on, it's already over. They're already back to another song. So you see Magical Mystery Tour, right?
Yeah.
And how they just like, they kind of intertwined the songs in the movie, okay? This does the opposite of that.
Yeah, ain't it, Chief? Ain't it?
And there's less John Lennon. But John probably watched it. Well, he wouldn't watch this because it was unreleased. But if he would have, he probably would have just done exactly what you're doing this whole time.
He would have said, what the f*** are you smoking? Because whatever it is, I need some.
Paul, what are you doing? You go from Let It Be to this? Are you kidding me? Maybe maybe that's why John died. He shot himself.
Yeah, he just like paid a guy to shoot him because this movie was so bad.
I can't handle Bruce McMouse anymore. Why do they keep sexualizing the mice? Can I get an answer on why Paul had
mouse thick?
I think Paul,
that's all.
I think Paul had a mouse fetish. This part is really cool. This is the wildlife scene. Like I told you, their first album was called Wildlife. They had one good song on there called Wildlife. And Paul's vocal performance on this is really good. But notice how, like, the backing stuff is, like, I love the atmosphere of the stage, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if they didn't have to... Like, I would much rather this be, like, a concert film than them having to, like, try to put mice in there for some reason. Why wouldn't it have been, like, an eagle for, like, wings or something?
That would have made a whole lot more sense, but... It's easier to incorporate.
But this is Paul McCartney in the 70s. Nothing makes sense.
Yeah, more or less.
The 70s period. Okay,
wait, why was there sheep and him riding a horse?
This is the Mary Had a Little Lamb scene. Paul McCartney and Wings sing Mary Had a Little Lamb.
This really has hit a new low.
So like I was saying, Paul on SoundCloud, feel free to check out his first single, Mary Had a Little Lamb.
And me. Like, actually, this is...
But like in the opening, they showed the crowd and it was like all adults. So imagine going to see Paul McCartney, like high, and he starts singing Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah. That'd be like Elvis whenever he got like drunk and
Elvis goes on stage, sings the ABCs.
Or like He forgot, I can't remember what song it was, but he forgot the words to it.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, I'll play a clip of that.
Don't you step on my white suede shoe. You can do anything but lay hold on my balloon.
Do you know the song My Love?
Yeah.
That's like the only well-known song on this entire movie. You know the song Maybe I'm Amazed?
Yeah.
That one's on here too, and then that's it.
You just really gotta wonder what was the inspiration behind
Weed.
this. Fair enough.
So, the mice...
Marijuana.
Okay, no, there's one more scene of Paul and Linda talking.
So, that's it. Exactly as it happened. So we still got the mice. Unless...
He's about to kill him. It's a deleted scene. He just goes
Snap.
Linda?
I don't know what happened there. Like, what happened? Like, did it close on him? Is that the joke?
I think it might.
But, like... like, they just killed Paul McCartney. Okay, Bruce McMouse Show. Thoughts? Obviously, we had to skip a lot of the music, but keep in mind, this is 50 minutes.
Best film of 1972.
The best,
hands down.
I think Bruce McMouse is my favorite anime.
Oh my god. We all know you're a weeaboo, Jace, but yeah, I have to agree with you.
I feel like Paul's the biggest weeaboo here, because he has a mouse.
I'm
mouse
gonna
fetish.
need me some Paul McCartney hentai now.
Paul McCartney hentai. This basically was mouse hentai. Like, they put the nipples on the mice and everything.
That was a bit much.
But that was Paul he tried to make it appeal. And for some weird reason, this was never released.
I wonder why.
And now in 2019, they think it's a good idea to put it in theaters.
I mean...
The nearest one to us is Dallas. Would you drive all the way to Dallas to watch this?
Hands down, yes.
Sign me up. I need more Bruce McMouse on the big screen. Like, why didn't... Like, Elvis movies wish that they could be Bruce McMouse. And that's going to end our reviews. Like, 1 to 10 stars. How many do you give Bruce McMouse?
You want me to lie or an honest review?
Honest review.
I can't even rate this. It's so bad.
Now, I've seen the whole thing. We had to skip through some of the music sections for you. But the music is the only thing that makes this movie at all. So, I give the film a solid 3, just for the music. And then that'll close out this episode, so take it back to me at the editing computer. Oh man, he's such a great guest. I honestly enjoy him so much. But the Bruce McMouse Show, it's weird. It's a weird film. I don't know how many fetishes and Paul McCartney hentai. I may have to put this. Okay, but the film is not great. I mean, the live performances are great. Like I said, that Wildlife, I literally downloaded the audio of Wildlife and put it into my iTunes library. Like, I just love that Wildlife scene. All the songs are so great, and if Paul would have just kept it as a concert film, it would have been so much better. But all the mice stuff, it actually gets kind of creepy at times. Like, but whatever, the film's not great. But I would still recommend seeing it in theaters because it is so pure, and like, I don't know if Paul meant to make it as sexual as he did, but whatever. It was a really fun time, so I recommend you guys to go see the Bruce McMouse Show in theaters. Today's Saturday, you guys still have some time. It's in theaters January 21st, one day only. You guys can go get tickets at brucemcmouse.com. This really sounds like a sponsored episode, but it's not. I just want Paul to be successful. I'm sorry. So, let's go into Song of the Week. Well, I mean, I hate to do... Oh man, this is legitimately... Last week, Dear Friend from the Wildlife album was Song of the Week, and I'm gonna do another Wildlife track, even though I said the album was trash in the beginning of this episode. Song of the Week has to go to Wildlife, live in 1972, from the Bruce McMouse Show. I just love this song. And Paul's delivery on. I think I prefer it to the studio version. Do you guys prefer it to the studio version? I'd love to know. Feel free to hit us up on Twitter at A Sub That's Yellow, and on Instagram, A Submarine That's Yellow, and you guys can email the show at A Submarine That's Yellow pod at gmail.com. I'm so excited, but next week we're gonna go back to the normal format of music reviews. I'm sorry, Bruce McMouse, I saw it, I had fun, and I wanted to talk about it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you're on iTunes, please rate 5 stars or whatever you feel that we're worthy of being rated for. We're on SoundCloud. If you're listening on SoundCloud, that's cool. I don't know if you rate anything, but if you do, please do. And then we're also on Spotify.